Hello. Good afternoon, welcome to Friday Afternoon Light Byte. My name is Cennamo-Smith, and welcome to the chaos. I just nearly knocked over my screens. It's going well so far. Everything's falling over. You push a button, world goes to hell. Anyway, welcome to your Friday Afternoon Light Byte stream for the Indoctrinated. My name is Cennamo-Smith. I am an author of crime, fantasy, sci-fi, horror, and general fiction, and this is our chilled Friday afternoon stream where currently we are just creating random book covers from randomly generated titles. Last week, as chosen by the good people of Instagram, we have chosen the title Weeping Shadows, which has left me wondering how exactly we're going to do this, because there's lots of ideas and lots of stuff that I haven't been able to find stock footage of, which is a pain. So we're gonna brainstorm. We're gonna do some sketches. We're gonna get some ideas and see how it goes. But first, let's have some music. We are sticking with our, as ever, royalty-free tavern music because why not? It's always nice to be in a tavern. Anyway, so that's that. That's this. That's that. I'm you. We're all here. We're all ready. It's going to be a bit crowded. I am exhausted. I don't know if you can tell. My eyes are blacker than a badger's. So let's just get this thing going and see what happens. And hopefully when I push this button, nothing breaks. It broke. Achoo. There we go. Magic. Oh, it's amazing what happens when you push the right buttons. Oh, what was that? I'll deal with that email in a second. Right, so what are we doing? I would like to actually listen to some of this music, but if I turn on my speakers, you all can hear it. So I'm going to stick a headphone in. See if I can enjoy. There we go. Now I get to enjoy the taverny music with you. Hang on a second. Is my desktop audio not working? Oh no. Property. There we go. Now you have music. Don't know what happened to that. Let's just have that. It's a little loud, but a little loud for me. I think it should be okay. For you, there we go. Nice. Right, we are on it. So, where are we? We're going. Ooh, why are you so big? Said the actress to the bishop. Let's go. There we go. So, this is what we did last time, and this kind of works. So what do we have? We're going to start brainstorming as we always do. So we've got Weeping Shadows, and we have abysmal handwriting. Now this kind of screams horror to me. I don't know what else that could be. A title like Weeping Shadows. Let's make this a bit. Oh, I've done what I hate doing. I've written on the back layer. Be gone. Right. New layer. Layer 0. And actually lock that so I can't do anything to it now. Good. Because I hate accidentally drawing on that layer. So. Yeah, Weeping Shadows, that's our title to start with. So we've got horror, that's the obvious one. And what I was originally kind of pitching with this was to take it as literally as possible and have the kind of not silhouette, like the figure of a. I need a smaller pen, smaller brush rather. There you go. Like a figure. Stand kind of torso up, elbows down, arms up, kind of praying was what I had in mind straight away, and then with kind of literal shadows kind of slowly engulfing. That was the first thought I had, but that requires A, some decent stock footage which I couldn't find, and B, or a model to photograph. So if any of you are volunteering, let me know. But what else could we have for Weeping Shadows? Could we be even more basic? Not necessarily basic, but have a we could go simple. We could go graphical again, like we did with the one I still haven't uploaded. I keep forgetting to upload that video, which means there's just a cover kind of sitting there. And have seriously a simple kind of what's the word? Droplet of water. Something like that. Or such a difficult one to get around. So let's do a bit of research. I'm too tired to do anything seriously today, so let's see. Horror, strangely, is not a genre I'm very familiar with. So let's have a look. This is kind of what we got. And they're all quite old covers. Call of Cthulhu. Again, I'm reading this currently, and I don't find it that scary. So we got it. That's quite simple. Just but that's iconic now. And that's what if this is something that is coming up. We could have skulls are quite nice. I do have a collection of skulls. 3D model skulls, not actual skulls. Don't worry, I am not that much of a serial killer. That's too much hard work. Nor do I have the time. Oh, close up. Oh, we could finally have Daniel Craig's eye. Just a single black tear. That's a possibility. Let's take that. So let's take that idea. So we got eye, close up, single tear. My handwriting is not this bad. It's this pen. I'm still not used to writing on a tablet, which is odd because I have been doing it for a very long time now. So what else do we have as the idea? Oh, skull again, goes bleeding from both eyes. These things like this would be easier to do given what materials we have. So let's switch back. There you are. Again, similar. Could just have title and kind of an edgy border, and it looks like water. Like you know when you drop ink into water. Please tell me you know what I mean. Yeah, let's do that. I kind of want. Why are you? Smaller praying woman. So, okay, we've got a droplet, we've got a praying woman. Let's move you aside for now. What was I saying? Oh yeah, border. Wispy black border. With text, just large text. I can read this, don't worry. So we're literally just trolling now for ideas. Horror. Again, I think the problem with creating titles, books from a title alone, is you don't really have any context of the story itself. Because I think, especially when it comes to designing covers yourself, or again professional book cover designers, you know the story, and you can bring in something from the story. These have not been written yet, nor will they ever be written unless somebody wants to buy one of these covers. Oh, why am I buzzing continuously today? Everybody wants me to do things. Yeah, witching hour, nice. Interesting. I'm thinking to try and keep this as simple as possible, and harking back to these kind of nice 80s and 70s style covers. Again, Friday the 13th does not inherently tell you that by the title, but we know about Jason now. Alright, I think we've kind of got enough to be getting on with. Let's see if we can just brainstorm some ideas now. Oop. Let's go. So, okay, we got that. So if we have, let's say, a close-up of an eye. Let's do our. There we go. Yeah, let's lock that. Okay, so keeping everything where it's meant to be. Let's move this down a little bit. Lock. Lock, I say. There we go. So if we're going to go with the eye first, or do we need to work out title placement? So if we have, it can be in like really big kind of block letters. No, that's a bit too big. I've got snapping on. My hair got snapping on. So something like that. So then we need to fill up this. My eraser's very fluffy. It is very fluffy. Anyway, you get the premise. There, I've got the lid. I'm just adding needless details on now because it's fun. What we want is like a single we kind of need this. 1 second. Let's turn this down. I'll make it a kind of pennish blue. Just to offset it a little bit. There we go. Go back to black. Kind of need like the droplets, like when tears kind of well up. Something like that. Or, if we want to be less literal about it, we could keep a similar premise. I'll keep that. My one. Oh no. Oop. Let's put you together. Keep you there, we're going to duplicate you, going to minimize you. Don't need you. And I'm going to remove this eye because I am having another idea. If we had again a similar vibe of what the something that's like Biro blue. It's to be darkened, isn't it? There we go. Yes, I'm frothing over the shade of my pen for a doodle. Well, hey, so we're going to stick with the same kind of premise of a large eye. Could do this the easy way. Modify contract 3 mil. There we go. I'm gonna do that. Nice. Well, that's the arrow, so I need the people now. There we go. Yeah, we could just. Oh, there we go. Yeah. All the way back up. Just sort out my hotkeys again. So again, we got that. You are just. And then have. Oh. Thank you. Let's kind of play without the negative space of it. And you just have. A little bit too quick there, too deep. It could even be fainter. What we could have instead, on top of that, just, yeah, then you gotta go for the, yeah. Tidy up the edges a little bit, but you kind of get the idea. I find there's something like not necessarily horrifying or scary, but unsettling. And unsettling is kind of the zone you want to get when reading horror, I think. Again, this is only from my experience. I'm not a big enjoyer of horror, as I don't tend to find it scary. I don't enjoy horror movies either, because I find jump scares to be a cheap tactic to get a reaction, to get people to jump, and therefore think it was scary. But people jump for all sorts of reasons. A real horror is something that that should sit with you and last and keep you panicking throughout the night and not sure if your door's been locked or wondering if that sound downstairs is something coming for you. Horror should, if you're going to do horror properly, I think it should disturb you. Or disturb the audience, rather. It shouldn't just be a quick thrill. If you want a quick thrill, go for a roller coaster. That's an adrenaline rush. Again, it's something. Not sure if we need that or not. Yeah. Okay. So we'll keep. We got those two. We've got two options for eyes. And again, I kept the weeping in. I don't know why. What are our other options? What do we have? Eye close up, single tear. We had that. Mushroom black border. Oh yeah. Just like 30-year black border. Can we do 150? There we go. So we kind of want just a watery border. Do I have a brush for that? I should do. I've got a lot of brushes, so one of these should be good. That's a blending brush. Okay, let's mess with this one, see if we can get it to do something interesting. Shape dynamics we want. Let's give it a bit more of a scattering. Textures. I just find your brush, no transfer. What's the one I'm looking for? Transparent. Is there a transparency dynamic? Showing it around is just a little angle. This should be something, surely. Each tip, just opacity jitter. There we go. That's better. Oh, that's perfect. No, it's a flow jitter. There is some scattering. We need a bit more. Let's go for 100% scattering. Shape dynamics. Alright, let's try that. What? Okay, clicking for some reason works a lot better than drawing does in this instance. Stick you there, drag you down. Need a bigger brush, I need bigger maybe, that might work. No, it's not having the right effect. So what else we got? That's an eraser, bottom chalk. Carl's got some good brushes. Special effects brushes. Why are you always circular? Well, because I made you circular. Just get rid of all the dark thing. Spread you out. Do I know what I'm doing? Not in particularly. I'm still just brainstorming. Let's see what we got. Leaves. Oh. What if, let's say we no, that didn't work in the slightest. Let's see what else we got. Try all brushes. What on earth? Don't really like either of those. It's kind of not giving kind of like the effect that I was hoping for. Oh, fresh paint. To delete the layer and start again. This episode is mostly a lot of faffing around, it seems. Digital magic, right? IMO brush sort. There should be something. Oh, good lord. Okay, there should be something in this brush set. What have we got? Leaves, sample of nature. Brush, rocky, cloudy. Oh, pastel. Hard lip. Stencil, sponge, wax. What else we got? Hair, rust, water. Oh, water. This has potential. And it continues. can go there. We're going for it. We're going on a text hunt again. Let's turn stuffing back on. Let's give that a right, come on. I thought my right click is broken. Drop. Instantly. Oh, there's no idea. Right, let's not do that because we need. So. water do we have? That's we need some kind of tagline maybe underneath it. I'm not so sure on the slant now. Which one is the outermost layer? Outermost layer. Duplicate on that. Invert. Actually, let's do all of that for that. Again, titles are tricky. Do we need like a creepy tagline for it? What do we have in the way of creepy looking fonts? Not a lot. Again. Some nice horror. Let's have a look at some nice horror fonts. Fantasy fonts horror. Yes, we're just browsing fonts at the moment. There's something that looks. Oh, that's nice. Installing what this is for personal use, so this is just this stream. What was that called? Watcher. Let's do a test here because I think it's only capitals that are. They're kind of fun. Yeah, that's better. Weeping shadows. What would be a creepy kind of tagline for horror? Again, not an area of expertise. This is kind of stretching the brain a little, which is good. Not when I'm tired and got 17 other things on my mind, but weeping shadows. I'm going to stick. One thing I'm going to do. It's just remove. No. Go back there. Thank you. again, that one needs to be moved down. These all need to kind of go there. I'm going to keep the kind of fantasy vibe, so... Oh, days. Well, that hasn't worked. Let's go with still. That's no. That's why. There we go. One second to do a frame. Yeah, just not helping me there. That's better, but it's still... I don't know. Creative juices are not flowing today. I do apologise. Necesities, dark ash. This felt a long time on something as a concept. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that one at all, but I like the effort that we put into it. Let's move this away. Into a folder. Murky. Okay. No. What was our other ideas? We've got a skull bleeding from both eyes. Yeah, teardrop seems very commonplace. Not that horror in general doesn't seem quite commonplace in some of these covers. Just kind of neat. A lot of the work I'm actually seeing, if we put a little, if we wander over here, is a lot of font work and very, very simple designs. Apart from when you get to these things. That's a nice cover of Frankenstein. On Earth. From ants to zombies. Okay. Yeah, so when it comes to colour, we've got to go overly elaborate with little font, or make the font the main crux of it. I mean, Weeping Shadows isn't a very good title for a book. How about... Oh, we should... There we go. Right, we're going to start a new one. Center, we're going to use something simple. We're going to take the other route. I'm going to find... Let's have a look and see what we have in the way of decent fonts. Boutique work, good work. Inside frame. Modify. Expand. 2. Let's have. What if we took? It's my window gone. Let's do this over here. Because you never know what's going to come up when you type into Google. Something like this. Just normal light. Nope. Not in this case, would it? Where are you? What went wrong there? Maybe return that back to black. And again, this has just been a day of faffing because of connectedness. What if? Is this a faux pas? Maybe you can go back up to here. It's going to be the last thing we try and do for this, but maybe I can find a decent grip pen. Oh, that's an eraser. Why do I keep clicking on the eraser? Why are you red? So just have... I don't know. I'm not feeling this title. This might have to be another wash like the... Or we can stick with that, with what we've got there, which to a degree works, I think. Anyway, I think I'm going to have to wrap up there because my brain is fried and I've received 3 emails in the last 20 minutes that need my immediate attention. Anyway, this has been a month stream, mostly because exhausted, but it's because there's lots of fun stuff coming. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this, thank you for your low standards. But if you enjoy reading books instead of watching them being drawn, or instead of watching whatever the hell this was, there are some wonderful links down below in the description for Patreon. But I have several books out of the crime fantasy genre, as well as a Victorian sci-fi that has just come out. And every month on the Patreon, I release 2 chapters. One of a noir thriller. Let's turn this volume down. Let's just stick that under my ear. One is a noir thriller called Insecticide, about a detective in a city of sentient insects. The second is a series called I Used to Be an Adventurer but Now Run a Tavern, which is a light novel style fantasy that is more warm and cozy. Yes, thank you, phone. So feel free to check this out. Any support is appreciated. If you've enjoyed this, again, thank you. A like, a subscribe, or a follow. Any of those things would mean a lot to me. And if you are curious about anything else that I do, please check out all the descriptions and the links that have been travelling across your screen the entire time. Anyway, that is me for right now. I don't know about you, but I'm knackered. So yeah, I will see you next week. And if you're on the Patreon, don't forget, new episode of Insecticide comes out on Monday. So yeah, TTFN.